The big thing where I'm saying this window is shut is because of those contract concerns that I mentioned earlier.
But those contracts don't play a role. Those contracts don't really play a role beyond like this. We have to focus on the here and now. They're going into the season with those guys, and their offense is locked and loaded, right? You're saying their window closed because of the contracts of a Joe Burrow, of a Jamar Chase. Let's talk about something for a second, man. Let's get there, right? So just to go all the way back, the way the NFL works is you draft for the future, you sign for agencies for the here and now. The Bengals, in their eyes, have addressed the wide receiver position for the long term. Whatever happens with T. Higgins happens with T. Higgins, right? But when you look at it, they went out and they brought in a guy like Jermaine Burton, who has all the talent in the world, who I genuinely believe has wide receiver 2 upside. Very strongly, I believe that. That is the quote-unquote T. Higgins replacement in the future if he does leave Cincinnati. They still love the weapons that they have in a guy like Andre Yoshivas, who you failed to mention throughout this entire process. They love Charlie Jones. Now, you're hoping that guy could stay healthy. He got a little nicked up throughout training camp. When you look at it, the Bengals receiving core, undoubtedly, there's no replacing T. Higgins if you were to leave next offseason. There's no replacing T. Higgins. But who's to say that also the Bengals don't slap another franchise tag on T. Higgins, right? They get that deal done with Jamar Chase, the whole 9 yards. Basically, what I'm trying to say is your argument for the Bengals Super Bowl winning, quote unquote, being closed doesn't hold much weight, because I feel like the Bengals have done enough addressing of the issues that you perceive as issues to help them for the future. And they've done a fantastic job, as my man Deja Vu says in the comment section, of making Cincinnati wide receiver U university when it comes to drafting. Cincinnati very rarely goes through droughts where they don't draft very good wide receiver talent. That's really never been, if we're talking about teams and we're going back and we're looking at their history and looking at their MO, the Cincinnati Bengals have very rarely struggled drafting wide receivers. So I don't know if that's really necessarily a cause for concern, nor should you say that should close their Super Bowl window, because the Bengals have never shown you anything to make you feel, or to make anyone feel that, hey, they can't draft effectively at the wide receiver position. Let's say if T. Higgins were to leave, they're going to make Jamar Chase priority. Jamar Chase's deal is going to get done, right? He's going to be here long term. Jermaine Burton is here long term, at least for the next 3 years. That's what I view as long term. And can those guys replace the snaps that T. Higgins might leave behind? Undoubtedly. But continue.